Hello, this is your Zodiac Oracle speaking. There are no coincidences. You are here because life wants to show you a sign. Open your heart and receive the guidance that arrives for you today. Libra. You are not here by chance. It is not a coincidence, nor a random event. The whisper of the universe has brought you to these words because your soul asked for a sign. There is an ancient calling that echoes within you, a resonance from other lives, and today, at this precise moment, that voice has found its answer. You were not searching for this message, Libra. This message found you. I sense a powerful vibration surrounding you. The card of judgment rises upon the table, and beside it, the moon. Together they speak of revelations, of shadows dissolving beneath the gaze of truth. There are presences, people, or energies that have moved silently around you, trying to confuse you or dim your light. But listen carefully. No shadow can endure before the soul that remembers its power. The universe shows me broken chains, ancient links falling to the ground with the echo of the past. They are inherited fears, guilt that is not yours, responsibilities you carried without knowing why. Do you feel it? That weariness is not weakness. It is your soul crying out for freedom. Libra, divine justice stands with you, even when it is not visible. What was taken from you unjustly will be restored, and what seemed a loss will be revealed as protection. Listen closely and repeat with me, in a whisper or in your mind. I reclaim my balance, I reclaim my power, I reclaim my light. Repeat it 3 times, for each repetition opens a portal. Each word awakens a sleeping energy. I tell you with the certainty only the stars can offer. Hidden enemies have begun to reveal their faces. Not all of them are people. Some are habits, others are limiting thoughts, others still are doubts planted by those who feared your growth. But what once bound you will now become your teacher. Do not fear the darkness, for darkness exists only so that you may recognize the strength of your own light. I see the wheel of fortune turning slowly. A cycle ends. A circle closes with justice. Sometimes, when balance is restored, chaos seems to intensify. But that confusion you feel is not punishment. It is the universe rearranging itself in your favor. Every tear you shed, every disappointment you thought would break you, was in truth the divine chisel sculpting you into wisdom. You are the sign of the scales, Libra, but lately you've felt everything leaning to one side. You have given more than you've received, loved more than you've been loved, understood more than you've been understood. And yet, here you are, standing, breathing, waiting. That is not weakness. It is faith. The universe whispers that the test has ended. The soul's examination is complete, and now comes the harvest. The seeds you planted in silence are beginning to bloom. But before abundance, comes clarity. Before dawn, the night is always darkest. If you felt sadness without reason, if your dreams have been confusing, if your emotions rise and fall like tides, it's because your soul is cleansing itself. There is a luminous presence beside you, an ancestor, a guide, or perhaps your higher self, telling you, do not stop, the rebirth is near. And that voice asks me to give you this decree. I release what binds me, I release what hurts me, I release what no longer vibrates with me. Say it, write it, feel it. Each word is a key. Each key opens a door. Libra, love has been a terrain of trials and mirrors. You have loved deeply, even when you weren't understood. You have offered tenderness to those who did not know how to receive it. But that was not a mistake. It was a lesson. Now the universe prepares a new connection, one that won't ask you to shrink in order to love, one that will balance, not drain you. A love that feels like home, not a maze. Someone from the past may return, not out of true love, but nostalgia or guilt. Don't confuse the echo of yesterday with the melody of destiny. This time, your soul will recognize the difference. Do not yield to empty promises, because what is coming for you is new, fresh, and aligned. The love that is meant for you will not disguise itself as doubt. It will arrive with peace. And if you already have a partner, the cards reveal a sincere conversation that will mark a before and after, a rebirth within the bond. Transparency will be your shield. In finances, the universe shows openness. Projects that seemed frozen will begin to move forward with strength. But there's a clear message. Do not accept less than your worth. Your service energy has been mistaken by some for weakness, but in truth, it is your gift. Just be sure not to offer your light where it isn't respected. What you do with love will multiply. What you do from fear will exhaust you. I see an important financial change, possibly connected to an opportunity that comes through intuition or recommendation. You may be tempted to reject it out of fear of risk, but the universe asks for faith. Balance is not achieved by avoiding movement, but by trusting the flow. And here is the message you should write in the comments to seal this decree. I accept divine justice and trust in the perfect plan of the universe. Write it with faith, as a way to open yourself to the blessings already on their way. And if these words resonated with you, if you feel the universe has spoken through me, offer a small gift to destiny. Give this message a like. Not for me, for you. It's a symbolic act, a way of thanking the universe for the signal you've received. When you do it, you're telling the cosmos, I am ready to receive more. That simple gesture seals the energetic exchange between you and the divine. Let's return to your energy. There is a vibration rising from your heart to your mind. It is the awakening of your creative power. For too long, you were made to believe you couldn't, that you didn't know, that you didn't deserve. But the cycle of sacrifice is ending. I see you surrounded by a golden halo, a symbol of expansion and success. It's as if the universe is saying, now it's your time to shine without fear. Spiritually, you are undergoing a metamorphosis. The old self dissolves, masks fall away, wounds turn to wisdom. And as this happens, your guides watch you with tenderness. You are not alone. Libra. You never were. When you were silent, they spoke. When you cried, they held your light. So hear this third affirmation. I trust divine timing, I trust my path, I trust my light. Repeat it 3 times, as decree and promise. From this day forward, the universe will not respond to your fears, but to your faith. Color of power: gold and sapphire blue. Lucky numbers: 3, 9, and 21. Predominant energy: spiritual awakening and cosmic justice. Your astral chart aligns with Venus, announcing reconciliation, beauty, and emotional openness. Saturn, from its throne, reminds you, justice does not rush, but it always arrives. Do not doubt what you felt while hearing these words. It is not coincidence. It is not chance. It is an answer. You have been called to remember who you are, the embodiment of balance, harmony made flesh. Prepare yourself, Libra, because the universe is rewriting you from the roots. It was not by accident that you heard the first part. Nothing that has brought you here is coincidence. This second revelation arrives exactly when your soul is ready to understand what once hurt too much to accept. You have crossed the threshold of comprehension, and now you step into the space where the universe begins to answer clearly. What once were confusing signs now become certainties. What once seemed chaos now reveals itself as a sacred plan. And you, Libra, become the witness of your own rebirth. I can feel it. The air around you has changed. It is lighter, more transparent. There is an energy of deep cleansing, as if the winds of destiny were sweeping away the dry leaves of the autumn of your life to make room for spring. The cards show me the star, one of the brightest in the tarot. And right behind it, the death card, not as an ending, but as transformation. The message is clear. Something within you has died so that something far greater can be born. You felt everything collapsing, but in truth, the universe was only clearing the ground where your new blessings would grow. Every person who left, every door that closed, every silence that hurt, you were being redirected. And now, at this exact point in time, the ascent begins. For only those who have descended into the abyss learn how to fly. The divine justice that was announced in the first part now begins to manifest in the material world. If someone betrayed you, manipulated you, or took advantage of your kindness, prepare yourself, the scales will balance. The universe does not forget what is just. Time always reveals truth. And that moment is arriving. You will see masks fall, lies dissolve, and your light exposing all that is false. You won't need revenge or explanations. Your best response will be your radiance, your calm, your progress. There's more. I sense that many Libras have been struggling internally with their purpose. Am I where I'm meant to be? Am I doing the right thing? Am I wasting my potential? These questions have weighed on you like invisible chains. But the cards tell me, you are exactly where you need to be to take your next leap. You are not falling behind. You are preparing. You are not wasting time. You are maturing the energy that will propel you forward. The cards show me a powerful image. You, standing in the middle of a desert, holding fire in your hands. Around you, silence. But the flame does not go out, not even with the wind. That fire is you. You are your own torch, your own lighthouse. No one can extinguish what was lit by destiny. Listen closely, Libra. What comes next is growth. But not forced growth, natural growth. Like dawn that arrives without being pushed. Abundance will begin to flow toward you when you release the need to control the how. Trust. Trust deeply. Because what is meant for you will not require struggle, only alignment. Sacred decree. I trust, I receive, I flourish. Repeat it 3 times with your heart open. Each time you say it, your energy expands, your frequency rises, and invisible doors begin to open. In love, the universe is preparing you for an entirely different vibration. It is no longer about loving to save, but loving to share. No longer about begging for attention, but about receiving recognition. You've learned what it means to love through sacrifice, and now you are entering a time to love through balance. If you're single, a new connection appears, but this time, you won't have to chase it. It will be natural, like breathing. A glance, a simple conversation, and your soul will recognize it instantly. This person will carry an energy of peace, not of chaos. They will be a mirror, not a labyrinth. If you already have a partner, the message is rebirth. True love will go through karmic cleansing. Conversations that once seemed impossible will finally happen. Truths will be spoken, and what was a crack will turn into unity. Don't fear the silences that have appeared between you. The soul also needs pauses to heal. After this stage, your relationship will be more authentic, deeper, freer. In finances, the flow of abundance that was once blocked becomes active. But the universe asks something of you. Trust and action, simultaneously. It's not enough to decree. You must move. An opportunity will appear, disguised as a challenge. Professional, creative, or even spiritual. Don't say, I can't. Say, I'll try. Because behind that attempt lies your quantum leap. And when fear visits you, because it will, answer it with this decree. I am a channel of prosperity. The universe multiplies whatever I do with love. Your mind has been tired. Libra. You've thought too much. You've searched for answers in places where nothing remained. But the universe doesn't always respond in words. Sometimes it speaks through synchronicities, through numbers repeating, through songs appearing without reason, through dreams that feel like messages. Those are your signs. Don't ignore them anymore. When the soul awakens, the universe communicates without filters. Have you seen 1111, 333, or 777 lately? Those are not coincidences. They are activation codes. Each announces a stage. 1111. Beginnings and openings. 333. Alignment with your guides. 777. Divine manifestation. If you've seen them, it's because you are crossing the veil into higher awareness. And right now, a phrase echoes in my mind, and I know it's meant for you. Silence also speaks, and you have learned to listen. That phrase is your master key for this new cycle. Write it in the comments, as a seal and offering. And if something inside you stirred while reading this, if you feel that warm vibration moving through you, give this message a like as an act of gratitude. It's not merely a digital gesture. It's an energetic ritual. When you do it, you're telling the universe, I accept this message, I open my hands, and I receive what's mine. Every conscious action anchors magic into the earth. Now let me tell you what the stars are preparing for you. Venus, your ruling planet, aligns with Jupiter, the expander. This conjunction announces a time of economic growth, renewed beauty, attraction, and magnetism. Your energy becomes irresistible. You'll be a magnet for opportunities and aligned people. But Saturn, the master of karma, warns. Do not return to the old patterns of pleasing everyone. Learn to say no without guilt, because your time and energy are sacred. The universe asks for discernment. Not everyone who smiles carries light, and not everyone who is silent is an enemy. Observe. Feel. Trust your intuition. That intuition is sharpening like a celestial instrument. The more you trust it, the clearer it becomes. Soon you will have a dream or sensation so vivid it will feel real. It will be a premonition, direct guidance. Do not ignore it. The universe is speaking to you in a new language, and you are learning to understand it. Spiritually, your energy is shifting density. It's rising. You are moving from fear into faith. It's as if your soul is remembering that it has always known how to fly. The more you nurture your inner peace, the more miracles you'll attract. What once took years will now happen in weeks, even days, because your heart's frequency is aligning with universal flow. Color of power, emerald green, symbol of healing and heart opening. Lucky numbers, 5, 8, and 17. Your energy, alchemy and rebirth. Protective element, air, purified and free. As the cards close upon the table, the final message of this part is a reminder from the soul. What seems like delay is actually preparation. What seems like loss is truly liberation. Never forget that. Your moment is approaching. Libra. Don't rush. Don't despair. The door is already open. You only need to step through. You've made it here, Libra. And that is not an act of coincidence but of destiny. The universe does not make mistakes when it calls the one who must listen. If you are receiving these words, it is because something within you has already awakened. You have crossed through the darkness, faced your shadows, and now the horizon opens before you with the promise of a dawn that has waited your entire life to arrive. This message does not come to announce your future. It comes to remind you that the future already belongs to you. The oracle shows the card of the sun. It shines above all others, radiating a clarity that blinds the deceits of the past. Everything that was once confusion now becomes clear. Everything that seemed lost returns multiplied. I feel a wave of golden energy surrounding you, as though the very rays of the cosmos touch your forehead and whisper, "You have fulfilled your part. Now let the universe do its own." For a long time, you sowed in barren soil. You gave love without measure, patience without limits, forgiveness without conditions. You did it from the soul, yet there were those who mistook your kindness for weakness. Do not grieve. Everything you gave, everything you offered without receiving, is now returning, but purified, elevated, and blessed. That is how the law of balance works. What is given from the heart always returns multiplied by 3. The divine justice that once hovered around your path is now acting. Do not be surprised if truths begin to reveal themselves, if structures collapse, if hidden words finally emerge. It is the cosmic balance restoring order. What was taken will be compensated. What was denied will be offered. What broke you will make you a healer for others. The universe does not punish, Libra. It teaches. It transforms. It elevates. And you, old soul, have understood the lesson. Now listen. Your energy is entering the cycle of manifestation. Everything you plant from this day forward will sprout quickly. Do not be surprised if your thoughts become reality with ease. It is because you have reached a higher vibration. So, guard your words, your desires, your decrees. The universe is listening. And when you feel it, repeat with me, as a seal and promise. I am worthy of good things. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of abundance. Say it 3 times. Each repetition is a wave traveling through the ether and returning to you filled with blessings. I sense something powerful approaching. A door opening, news arriving, an encounter that shifts your path. Do not fear. What's coming is written in your stars. The vibration of success and expansion is undeniable. It is the universe returning your voice, your confidence, your direction. And when you doubt, because there will still be gray days, remember this. You are not starting again from zero. You are beginning from wisdom. What was once loss will become foundation. What was once solitude will become inner strength. What was once silence will become clarity. Your soul has not been defeated. It has been forged. In love, the energy blossoms like a promise fulfilled. If that person has not yet arrived, they will come at the perfect moment, as an answer to a silent prayer you made long ago. They will recognize your light without wanting to dim it. They will not ask you to change in order to deserve love. They will love you for who you already are. And if you are already in a relationship, the paths of understanding will open. Masks will fall, but what remains will be authentic. In both cases, love becomes sacred, without games, without running, without wounds disguised as passion. Because you will no longer accept less than what your soul deserves. The tarot also shows me the world. The closing of a cycle, victory, total rebirth. It is the culmination of a process that began with tears and now ends in gratitude. The universe applauds your resilience. Libra. You have learned to trust even when you couldn't see the path, and that has elevated you spiritually. The energy of victory now surrounds you. And with it, abundance arrives. There is a vibration of financial expansion. Projects that were stuck begin to take form. Something that once seemed small will grow into something great. It could be an idea, a talent, a collaboration, or a sudden intuition that turns into success. The message is clear. No longer work from scarcity. Work from the certainty that you are the source. Your creative mind is activated. Your words now hold power. When you say yes, the universe answers, Amen. Libra, write this phrase in the comments to seal this cycle and anchor abundance in your life. I declare that all that belongs to me by divine justice comes to me now, with ease and joy. Do it with faith. And if this message has touched something within you, if you feel your guides have spoken through these words, thank the universe with a conscious gesture. Give this message a like. Do it as a symbol of gratitude, of openness, of covenant with the light. Because when you give thanks, energy multiplies. That simple act tells the universe, I am ready to receive even greater blessings. Your spiritual energy is ascending. It's as if the aura around you is being bathed in golden, violet, and rose tones, the colors of transmutation, wisdom, and love. Old wounds dissolve. Guilt releases. Doubt fades. And what remains is the purest version of you. Free, conscious, powerful. I hear one final phrase, clear as still water. The storm didn't come to destroy you, it came to show you what you are made of. Repeat that when fear returns. Let it be your amulet. Because nothing can break you now. You have known the weight of pain and still chosen light. And that choice makes you invincible. Color of power. Intense gold. Symbol of victory. Lucky numbers 10, 12, and 24. Dominant energy. Divine manifestation and expansion. Protective element. Air, transformed into a favorable wind. Astrologically, Pluto frees you from shadows, Jupiter opens your paths, and Venus wraps you in sweetness and attraction. Everything aligns in your favor. From now on, every step you take will resonate with your soul's purpose. The obstacles that once blocked you will dissolve. Love blossoms, prosperity approaches, peace settles in. The universe, which once observed you in silence, now celebrates you. And as I close this message, I leave you with one final affirmation to repeat whenever fear tries to return. I am balance, I am love, I am light, and the entire universe conspires in my favor. Say it 3 times, eyes closed, breathing deeply, and feel your soul expand with each word. This is not a goodbye, Libra. It is a rebirth. Because what begins today is not a continuation, but a new story written by your own hands, guided by the cosmos, blessed by your ancestors. Walk with confidence. The universe does not make mistakes when it chooses a soul to shine. And this time that soul is you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for believing. Thank you for awakening. We will meet again in the next cycle, when the universe once more whispers that there is more to discover. Until then, keep your light burning, for the world needs it.